Join me as I dive into the spine-chilling tales of America's most haunted prison and see if I can spend the night there without losing my mind. The Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, is a foreboding structure that has captured the imagination of paranormal enthusiasts and horror fans alike. With a history dating back to 1790, this former maximum security prison has been the epicenter of tragedy, violence, and untold suffering, earning it a notorious reputation as one of the most haunted locations in America. Eastern State Penitentiary has witnessed its fair share of brutal riots, gruesome murders, and mysterious disappearances, all of which have contributed to the labyrinth of unquiet spirits that roam its crumbling corridors. The prison's violent past is a labyrinth of darkness, where the walls have borne witness to the darkest aspects of human nature. It's no wonder that the whispers of the damned still echo through its abandoned cells. As we explore the central mystery behind this haunted prison, we'll delve into the tragic events that have cemented its reputation as a hotbed of paranormal activity. One of the most significant events that contributed to the penitentiary's haunted legacy was the brutal 1945 riot, which left several inmates and guards dead. The sheer intensity of the violence and the ensuing chaos created a rift in the fabric of reality, allowing the malevolent energies to seep in and take root. The 1960s and 1970s saw a spike in supernatural occurrences, with reports of disembodied voices, unexplained apparitions, and inexplicable noises. It was as if the prison's dark past had awakened a malevolent force that would forever alter the trajectory of its history. The prison's most notorious inmate, Al Capone, spent 8 months in solitary confinement within its walls. His cell, in particular, is said to be a hotbed of paranormal activity, with numerous reports of strange noises, lights, and even sightings of the infamous gangster himself. It's rumored that Capone's spirit still wanders the prison, seeking redemption for his past misdeeds. The very fabric of Eastern State Penitentiary seems to be imbued with the essence of its former inmates, each with their own stories of sorrow, pain, and redemption. As we venture deeper into the prison's labyrinthine corridors, we begin to unravel the tangled web of ghost stories and encounters that have been shared by former inmates, guards, and visitors. One of the most chilling tales revolves around a former inmate named Jimmy, who claims to have been terrorized by the vengeful spirit of a former guard. According to Jimmy, the guard would often manifest in his cell, its eyes blazing with a malevolent intensity that would freeze his very soul. The entity's presence was always accompanied by an unsettling feeling of dread, as if death itself was lurking in the shadows waiting to pounce. Another eerie encounter was shared by a former nurse who worked at the prison's hospital. She claims to have seen the ghostly apparition of a young girl, dressed in a tattered white gown, wandering the hospital's corridors at night. The nurse believes that the girl was a former inmate who had died under mysterious circumstances, and that her spirit still roams the prison, searching for peace. These stories, while terrifying, are a testament to the prison's haunted legacy, a legacy that continues to fascinate and unsettle us to this day. One of the most spine-chilling ghost stories to have emerged from Eastern State Penitentiary revolves around a former inmate named Tommy. According to legend, Tommy was a troubled soul who had been sentenced to life imprisonment for a brutal murder. However, Tommy's confinement took a dark turn when he began to experience strange and terrifying occurrences in his cell. Doors would slam shut on their own, and disembodied voices would whisper his name in the dead of night. As the occurrences escalated, Tommy became convinced that he was being haunted by the vengeful spirit of his victim. His anxiety turned to sheer terror when he began to see the ghostly apparition of a young woman, her eyes black as coal, her presence accompanied by an unspeakable malevolence. The peak of Tommy's terror came when the ghostly apparition began to manifest in his cell, its presence becoming more aggressive with each passing night. It's said that Tommy's sanity began to unravel, and he became convinced that the entity was hell-bent on driving him to the brink of madness. In the end, Tommy's spirit was broken, and he was left a shell of his former self, forever scarred by the horrors he experienced within those haunted walls. The ghostly tales shared today are testament to the Eastern State Penitentiary's haunted legacy, a legacy that continues to captivate and unsettle us. As we explore the darker recesses of this haunted prison, we're reminded that some stories are better left untold and that some secrets are too terrifying to be revealed. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the heart of America's most haunted prison. If you have a ghost story of your own, share it with us in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more spooky content and stories from haunted places.